Hi, welcome back to my channel. So on my second video that's for the Get Organized Challenge with Kara Brandon and Dana K. White. This is going up on the 23rd, so I'm recording. But I just wanted to show you what my storage solutions for my vintage stuff, my vintage items. And in my 1 hour better, I started putting things in a cube and quickly realizing that might not be enough space for what I have because I have all this vintage stuff, which is important to me, and I want to make the space for it. And I think I came up with a solution for easy to find without being stacks of, like, this is all, for instance, pattern paper, tissue paper. And so I got a pretty thick stack. So I think I know what I want to do with that. And this is all vintage wallpaper sheets. So it's like, yeah, where would I look for this first? Type of thing. Yes, I wanted it in the cube storage, but I think I'm gonna be putting it in binders, to be honest, and in pocket sleeves, and I'll show you that. And I'll show you my process and going through that. And because I think, I'm probably going to be able to fill a binder with just these two items. So I'll have to see if that would be worth it. It would definitely be more organized, I think. And so I'm just kind of, are these empty? No, these are full. So I have a lot of vintage book pages, and they're scattered. So I want to put them all in one place. Sorry, I kind of moved the camera on you. I'm not too good at filming and checking stuff out. So I'm probably going to go to my tabletop soon, not to give you a headache. And so here's more wallpaper. They're larger sheets. And then there's some doilies here, which I'm going to put that with my fabrics. And so I got a variety of vintage stuff and a lot of papers and stuff. So yeah, so I'm thinking I definitely need to put this somewhere I can easily access and see what I have at a glance, because that's how I am. I need to see it, and it being all in this bin is really not helping. So anyway, so I'll be back, and we can continue. A few seconds for you, maybe, a couple of hours for me. We'll see. All right, thanks. And we're back. So I took what you saw in the previous clip, the Tupperware container, a big bin container, and it turns out it was a lot of envelopes and a lot of stuff, and just all kind of jumbled up together. And I've kind of separated them into categories. Like, this is all my vintage wallpaper sheets, even the small scraps I have. And so this is all the wallpaper I have, to my knowledge. Let's hope. And then I also separated, like, book pages. So these are all vintage random book pages. There's just like separate sheets. There's even these in different language. Really cool, actually. And I did find these dated 1868 or 63. And I'm going to scan them. I think I'm going to make digitals with these. Because they're super cool. They have like that shading on or it's just folded over, I think. Anyway, kind of went in a rabbit hole with looking at all of this. So this is all like kind of vintage, like all just like book pages, really. There's even this kind. So yeah, so just like random. And instead of just being all like in a basket like this, which I don't have room to like keep using baskets. And like I mentioned, I was going to use a kind of a binder system. And then my third category so far, because I have more stuff, but this is what I've kind of have to start with, are like postcards and pictures. So just like postcards like this. These are the two biggest ones I have. And I'm going to put them in sleeves. And then I have these playing cards, which are vintage, but they're all different, right? So I'm not going to put them in my bulk storage area, which I may show you towards the end of the video, maybe. If this video doesn't get too long. And so, yeah, so I got like random cards and postcards, that sort of thing. And then a lot of pictures. So old pictures. And I feel like these are going to, like, not all of them, but I feel like a lot of them are going to fit in baseball cards, baseball plastic card holders, which I'll show you. So those are my 3 kind of categories at the moment. I might start with the easy stuff with the small cards. So I'll show you the bind. Oh, and I also have stamps, vintage stamps. These are not just regular stamps. These are actually vintage stamps, and I got them all in these little packages. And so I think I want to put these, I'm not sure, because I don't have a stamp collector book, which I would really like to do that, I think, is put them in one of those collector's albums. I think that would be really nice, but I don't have like a ton. I just have a bit. So there's that. There's also that category. So I'll show you what I have as what I've kind of purchased over time. So I have, hold on. So I have this, and I ordered this on Amazon. So it goes in a binder, and it's an envelope, has a closure. There we go, right? And I'm thinking I might put my larger book pages in here. And that way they'll be all together, but I didn't want to, I was thinking more like separate sheets so I don't have to take them all out and, like, you know, flip through it and stuff like that. I want it to be visually like that I can see them all at a glance, right? At a glance is the goal here. So I'll show you the binder, and this binder, it won't be necessarily this binder. This binder is really a collection of all, sorry for the glare. It's going to really look glary right now, but it's all my collection of this type of storage sheets and containers. These are like old photo album things. So even this can be, I can even use that for pictures, right? Like actual pictures, and just leave them in there like that and do this with them. Right? And do it that way. And they still get preserved. And maybe the postcards. This seems like a postcard size. So I could do that. And like I said, I'll put them in another binder. They won't be in the same binder. And that way I just can flip through them and I see the picture individually. Right? So there's that type of page. And then there's pocket sheets like this. And I figured, I've seen it somewhere where you can actually, this just fits this way. But let's say I wanted to put this in a big pocket sheet. Well, it's going to like slip all over the place. It might fall out. But I can actually sew and make pockets. Like close it, not close it off, but like do a half page pocket. Like sew down here. And that way it creates a little tighter space pocket so it doesn't move around. So, and you can put several, right? Instead of just like the one or whatever. And like sort of something like this, right? Like, because these have, there are things already. And for this one, there's some that'll fit these pockets. Let's see if I can find some. Like these will definitely fit my my vintage playing cards. So these are, you know, if I'm looking for a particular style, right? So since it's a vintage card, see this is the same, so I'll put it under the same one. In this instance, I would want to see the image rather than the actual playing card, right? Because they're all different. I don't have too many copies or doubles of these. They're like one of a kind. So I think this will be perfect for the playing cards. It fits like. Hi, sorry about that. The video cut off, and it only filmed about 7 minutes worth, and I was like already like past that mark. So we were here. This is where the video left off when I was placing the vintage cards that had kind of only one of each, and I'm putting them in these baseball card plastic sheets. And the next thing I was talking about was these wallpaper sheets, and they are conveniently actually the size of the protector sheets, but not the regular ones. These are actually just a smidget too tight. Like, they're snug. It's going to crinkle in the whole bit, or I have to cut a little strip. And I don't want to get into cutting stuff just to make it fit. So I had also in my stash in this binder plastic sheets for a multi-page capacity. And so they miraculously fit in there. Isn't that just awesome? It fits much better. And you don't need to trim it. As I say that, I know it fits because I did this when it wasn't recording. And so, and all of these are going to fit pretty much, I think. And I went on and I filled in, because these protectors hold more more copy pages, but this is pretty much a little thicker. So instead of 10 extra copy papers that you can fit in here, you probably can fit maybe 2 wallpapers. But because I want to see, I don't need to see both sides of it. I probably could try putting another one here, but I find it's pretty thick. So I'm just gonna keep doing that, and that's where I was. I was showing you just putting these in here, just for a couple of minutes of video, back and front. There we go. And I also talked about, I don't know if this was in the first 7 minutes or not, but I also talked about these pictures and odd sizes, and that sewing across the plastic protector sheet to create pockets, like a little sewing or a heating tool. Now, I don't know which, I tried it before and I'm trying to remember which type of heating tool I had. I think it was like a burning kit, like a wood burning kit, and it had a thicker nozzle, and just put it right down, and it just it sealed the plastic, and so it made pockets. So that's what I'm going to do off camera, and I'm going to put it together, and I'll come and show you my completed binder for the 3 baskets I showed you in the beginning. So should be able to fit all of this, hopefully. So yeah, so stay tuned. I'll be right back. A couple of minutes, a couple of seconds for you, maybe a few hours for me. Hi, so I'm back. My apologies for the last like 3 minutes or so. The video was really dark. I forgot to turn on my main light here. So my apologies for that. So I'm done. I emptied out the 2 bins that I had. I believe it was only 2. And I think I had an envelope of some sort, but I think I got it all. I still have some more, but it's not, I didn't, like those categories I created from the beginning, they're all like put away. Now, the other stacks that I have are like really odd bits and pieces here and there, and I think I'm going to be putting them in the sketchbook from the previous video, and just put the repositional tape and just use that, because I think it'll be fine, because they're just really odds and ends pieces, and I want to see what I have like this, right, as much as possible. So the pictures, I had like portraits, so they were really odd sizes, and I figured I don't have too many right? So I think I will be good with just using this envelope. It's wide and I can flip through it, and there's not many. I think the idea is not to put too much into it. You know, that container concept, not to overstuff it, that you can't see the stuff, right? This binder is like, I might have to change binders or make these holes wider. And then the big pages, I thought I was going to put in those protector sheets, but I like the envelope because I can literally take it out all at once and go through it and pick what I like. So I think I like that. I prefer that. And it closes up so it won't slide out. And it fits, like, you know. So I think that's good. This was just 2 pieces I had. I just stuck it in here. I'm like, I'm just going to put them in here. And I have a lot of these. So I think that would work. It's going to work out. This is like an old newspaper from the Ottawa Journal from here in Canada. And it's from 1967. My husband found this in one of his, while he was at a client's house or something. And they found this behind a wall of some sorts. So pretty cool. So kept that in there, and it's protected, right? It won't, because it's very brittle. So here I have, so in I did put the bigger pages. Even this one has smaller pages in these sheet protectors. So I'll see how how I do with it. If I prefer the envelope, I'll just put them in the envelope. But I think it's the same thing. I can just pull them out. I think it's convenient enough, and I can see what I have. So these album sheets, I use them for this special paper here because I want to scan these in. And these are tiny book pages, and they look more brittle. So I put them in their own thing. And I still got some space here. And this is, you know, the cards that we saw me put earlier. And so the portrait, the pictures, I found a lot of them fit in these, so I really like that. I really like being able to fit them in the baseball page cards. I really like that. And I put here the slides that I had in a strip. There's an odd shape to store. And here I put more pictures. These are the ones that don't fit in in the baseball card sheets, so I just put them in here. I love this plane. Like, it's old. Must be, I think it's like at least the 40s. And the vintage car. Yes. Anyway, so we got some pictures. Got quite a few. These are postcards. I wanted to see on the reverse side, but, you know, but I know that these are postcards, and they're like one of a kind, right? So, and I don't have too many, right? I only have 6 postcards. I thought I had more, but they might still be in my bins that I haven't unpacked yet. And this is like an old CD holder that came, and I guess that was the negative. I really don't know what type of, I think it's just a CD holder. And these are just like album holders. That's where some of the pictures came from. And I found this just like a kind of has a vintage vibe. I'm going to keep it. I don't know what I'm going to do with it, but it's here. And then we have the wallpaper, which I showed you before. So I put smaller pieces in here, the cuts, and then all the bigger pages are all in here. And I really like this because I know where everything is now, and it's easy, visual. I can see the whole picture, the whole thing. It's not in a big stack. So I really like that idea. So I'm really pleased with how this turned out. And this is a bunch of scraps. This is a bunch of scraps. I put a paper clip to kind of keep them in so they wouldn't slide out. And yeah, so, and this is a 3-inch ring binder. So I got room to grow in it. So that's not bad. And that's it. That was my other kind of another video of organized ephemera. I'm thinking of doing more of these videos as time goes on, maybe once a month. I think it'd be interesting to kind of come up, search for some solutions and show my progress. And yeah, like I didn't totally get rid of all, like I really don't have that much left, considering I started with the big bin. Like I just have a few packages left. And let me see if I can zoom out. Like, yeah, like I have a few pack of odds and sheets and stuff. And like for this example, I think I'm just gonna put it in the envelopes, and at least it'll be in the binder. So I think that's what I'm gonna do. And it will be off my floor because it's currently on my floor. And I have some fabric pieces I need to put away. So yeah. So I hope you enjoyed that. I hope I gave you some ideas, and maybe it can work for you. Remember, if it works for me, it doesn't mean it'll work for you. It's the way my brain processes it. And I'm very visual, so I need to see things. So yeah. So thanks for watching. Let me know in the comments if you'd like to see more, organization type of videos, because I'm in the midst of putting my room together, and I'd be happy to do another video. So thanks for, thanks to Kara for allowing me to do another video for her decluttering, organizing collaboration. It's been really fun. And but I'll be back with either a crafty video or another organizing video. I don't know. But I'll be back soon. And so like and subscribe. Oh, and the subscribers. Oh my God, I can't believe I'm at like 403 subscribers, I think. And it is skyrocketed. I can't believe it. Thank you so much for subscribing. And hopefully you'll keep coming back and watching my videos and supporting me. That would be really great. And I'm just starting to get the hang of videos and that sort of thing. So it's coming along. So thank you very much for all your support, and come back. And so I'll leave you with this. Let the serendipity find you in your crafting. Thank you. Bye-bye.